Hey guys, celebrations, those tiny little celebrations that you have at your house during the holidays, not the big ones, not the 40,000 people trample somebody, but those tiny little celebrations that you have just at your home can be very dangerous. What am I talking about? What I'm talking about is that if that celebration had a lot of anticipation about people and food and gifts and stuff, and then it's over, that big downward slide can be just like that sugar rush that you had after you ate all the food, especially the candy and the cinnamon rolls and the whatever else you eat, and then you crashed afterwards, and it took you 2 days to get over it. And some of you may not have recognized that it took you 2 days to get over it, but that's a whole nother story. But what I want to talk about is the fact that our minds do the same thing to us. And when we don't have enough everyday celebrations, and that doesn't mean that you should be eating cake and candy every day. What it means is you need to build into your day those daily celebrations that allow you to have an evener keel into the big celebrations. That's right. So I shared with another group how I, as a veterinarian, didn't have enough of those celebrations. I had too many days where I questioned myself. I was uncertain about my treatment. I hoped that it worked. And it took several days before I would get the feedback back that said, it worked. They're alive. They're going to do okay. Even if I was pretty certain about it, it was harder to corroborate. It was harder to document. It was harder to measure. And I think that's the biggest thing. And that's something that I've actually been thinking about lately, is that if you can't measure it, it's hard to know that you're making progress. We think about that when we do workouts. We think about that when we're trying to, lose weight. You got to measure stuff. You got to weigh yourself. You got to see how big around you are. You got to see if your clothes fit, and you take those measurements, and then you compare them later. And what I found in my practice life was that animal chiropractic helped me log more of those success measurements. I could take a before video, I could adjust the animal, I could take an after video and see the progress right there. And being able to then remind the owner a week later, we saw this progress, let's keep it going, let's get another adjustment, is one way that we help those owners continue those little celebrations of success, so that 3 months later, when that animal, he's not as fast as he was 3 years ago, yeah, but 3 months ago, he couldn't walk out of his stall. So being able to remind them of those little successes, those little celebrations, is a great way to not only help build up your confidence, but it's also a great way to help those owners remember that it's the daily celebrations, not just the big event at the end. So when we say that those little celebrations that we all had over the holidays can be dangerous, it's because we had a big celebration and then we had a crash. And if we're only looking for the big event with our animal patients that they are going to succeed at, and then what happens afterwards, one of the things we want to remind our owners of is that it's also the daily celebrations, it's the daily maintenance that will keep those animals healthy and able to then rebound, renew, refresh, and go on and do more later. They aren't spent with that one big celebration. So, if you're a veterinarian or a chiropractor and have not added animal chiropractic to your practice yet, but you would like to see more of those daily celebrations, those daily reminders that it's all cumulative. We're going to get to the big celebration because of these daily celebrations, because of these daily, great outcomes. Find us at animalchiropracticeducation.com, where we train veterinarians and chiropractors to build successful animal chiropractic practices. In the meantime, in your daily work, remind yourself that you have daily celebrations every day. You know, you got out of bed, you did your workout, you went for a walk, you took the dog for a walk, you did whatever. Those daily celebrations are significant and important for your brain to be able to understand that you are getting better and better every day. As a matter of fact, Emile Coué, back in the 1920s, was a thought leader, and he trained his followers to tell themselves every single day, I am getting better and better and better every day in every way. And by just hearing themselves say that, they were able to do amazing things, you know, overcome huge obstacles, because their brain was learning that they were better and better and better every day in every way. When we have these little daily celebrations, that's what we do. We help ourselves realize that it's not just the big lead up to the event, it is what we do every day that gets us there. And it helps us to recognize that we've done a lot of work, we've come a long way. As animal chiropractors, we get to see that every single day. We get to see those before and after videos. We get to see those animals who come in on their deathbed and 5 years later are still going. I'm Dr. Amy Hayek, president and co-founder at Animal Chiropractic Education Source. If you have questions about animal chiropractic and how it can help your practice, find us at animalchiropracticeducation.com. Feel free to give me a call. I'll be happy to talk to you about your practice and how it can have daily celebrations like this. That daily celebration helps us to not have the big crash after the big celebrations. It gives us a place to go. It lets us know where we're headed in the near future every single day. Find us at animalchiropracticeducation.com.